हाँ जी जसदीप मैम शुरू कर दइए।
हाँ जी मैम।
ओके 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 गुड मॉर्निंग मैम।
थैंक यू मैम।
ਸਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਇਸ ਪਲੇਟਫਾਰਮ ਤੇ।
थैंक यू मैम।
ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਮੈਂ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਮੈਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਾਈਲ ਬਾਰੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ, ਬਟ ਚਲੋ ਐਨੀਵੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਰਸਨਲੀ ਤੇ ਵੈਸੇ ਜਾਣਦੀ ਹੀ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਡਮ ਜੋ ਨੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਜਸਦੀਪ ਕੌਰ BCM ਕਾਲਜ ਆਫ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਐਜ਼ ਏ ਅਸਿਸਟੈਂਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਨਿਭਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਮੈਡਮ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਸਾਇੰਸ ਫੀਲਡ ਨੂੰ ਬਿਲੋਂਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਮੈਡਮ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਡਮ ਦਾ ਐਟ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਏਰੀਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਬਟ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਡਮ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਇੰਸਿਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਮੋਰਓਵਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਮੈਡਮ ਦੇ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਏਰੀਆਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਮੈਡਮ ਦੇ ਪੇਪਰ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਵੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਪਬਲਿਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਪਲੱਸ ਮੈਡਮ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ PhD ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਰਸ ਵਰਕ ਵੀ ਲਗਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਮੈਡਮ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਪਰਸਨਲੀ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਦੀ ਹਾਂ। ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੇ ਸਪੀਕਰ ਨੇ। ਮੈਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਹੀ ਬੜੀ ਇਨਫਲੂਐਂਸ ਹੋਈ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਡਮ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੋਰਸ ਵਰਕ ਦੇ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਜੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਔਰ ਇੰਨੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮੈਡਮ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੇਜ਼ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਮਿਲੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਛਾ ਪਰਸਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੌਜੂਦ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਇੰਨੀ ਕੈਪੇਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਹੈ।
थैंक यू सो मच। मैम ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬੋਲ ਰਹੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਆਈ ਐਮ ਨਾਟ
ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਮ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਰਿਐਲਿਟੀ। ਔਰ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਹੋਲਡ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਹੈ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਇੱਕ ਏਰੀਆ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਮਿਊਨੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਸਕਿੱਲਸ ਤੇ ਹੈਗਾ। ਸੋ ਆਈ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਯੂ ਔਨ ਦੀ ਬਿਹਾਫ ਆਫ ਕਾਲਜ ਐਂਡ ਮਾਈਸੈਲਫ ਐਂਡ ਆਵਰ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਔਰ ਮੈਮ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੱਕ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਡੀਲ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ CV ਔਰ ਰਿਜ਼ਿਊਮੇ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ। ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਡਿਗਰੀਜ਼ ਲੈ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਔਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਇੱਕ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹਾਊ ਟੂ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ, ਹਾਊ ਟੂ ਮੇਕ ਅ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਇੰਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਔਨ ਦੀ ਇੰਪਲੋਇਰ। ਸੋ ਜੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਵਧੀਆ ਇੱਕ CV ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਰਿਜ਼ਿਊਮੇ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਿਆਰ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਕਾਬਿਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਫਰਸਟ ਇੰਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਉਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਇੰਪਲੋਇਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਟਸ ਬੈਟਰ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸਿਸ ਨੇ ਕਿ what to include, what should be avoided in while preparing your CV, ਉਹ ਅਗਰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੰਗੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਡਮ ਉਸੇ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਮੈਡਮ ਨੂੰ ਫਾਰਮਲੀ ਇਨਵਾਈਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀ ਟਾਕ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ। ਮੈਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਆਪਣੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ।
Thank you so much. It's my proud privilege that I've been invited by Gurusar Sadhar, GHG Khalsa College of Education. And on a very vital topic, I just wanted to, conduct a workshop on resume writing. Now, why is it important for everybody, be it any professional, but especially if I talk about teachers? And since मेरे ख्याल है workshop conduct हो रही है SEM4 the students वास्ते, so for you it is all the more important because at this point of time when you are done with your exams, it is the right time to prepare your resume. Why resume writing is important? Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes ma'am, very much audible. Yes, you can continue.
Okay, so why is it important, resume writing important क्यों है? क्योंकि it is very important at this point of time that you prepare a very good, well-structured resume, because this is the first impression which you cast on your employer. This is the first document which reaches from your side to the employer. And you know, the employer doesn't have that time to surf through everybody's resume. तो जिस दा resume, जिस दा CV सब तो appropriate होएगा, crisp होएगा, short होएगा, in you know, in 1 or 2 pages you're going to tell about yourself, onu hi they'll shortlist for the interview. So that is one of the very important employability skills. So before without taking any further time, I would like to begin with it, that what is resume writing and how do you make a resume? And especially since most of you are freshers, so let us begin with it. Now I'm going to share my screen because I have a PowerPoint presentation. I hope everybody can hear me. And once I share my screen, please just remember that you are able to see my screen or not. Is it visible? Is my screen visible? हाँ जी, is my screen visible बच्चे?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
It is
okay.
visible.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. So we are going to begin with what is resume writing, but before ऐसे यह करिए कि resume, how to write a resume, let us know what a resume is. So what is a resume? It is a formal document that a job applicant, that is you, creates to itemize their qualifications for a position. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਜੌਬ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਯੂ ਆਰ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਟੂ ਟੈਲ ਦ EMPLOYER ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਕੀ ਕੁਆਲੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਨੇ, what special skills you have, what is your work experience, what is your background. So when we put all this in one formal document, this is called a resume. So let us know, it is usually asked that have you prepared a CV or a resume? So what is the difference between these two things? There is a waterline difference between CV and a resume. You know, people who have got years of experience in any particular field prepare a CV. CV the full form hai curriculum vitae. So CV presents a full history of your academic credentials. So the length of a CV is variable. So it can be a 6-page CV or 7-page CV or a 8-page CV. But since you people are freshers who do not have much of experience, you have just completed your college, so you are going to prepare a resume. So a resume is a concise picture of your skills and qualifications for a specific position. So it is shorter. It shouldn't be more than 1 or 2 pages. एक page ही खत्म हो जाना चाहिए ਤੁਹਾਡਾ resume. Now let us move on to the key elements of a resume. I just want that all the students should have something to write on. Or if you want to take screenshots, we can, give a small pause. You can, let me know that if you want to have a screenshot. Where I'm spending lot of time on one slide, so you can easily take a screenshot. So, but you keep in mind that these 8 things should be there in your resume. Number 1 is your personal information. Now, what do you mean by personal information? Is your name, your current and permanent address, your telephone number, your email address, your address on LinkedIn. If you have an address on LinkedIn, then that is even better because you're going to open yourself to a number of or an array of different job opportunities. So number 1 is name. Number 2 is address. Number 3 is telephone number. Number 4 is email address. And number 5, if you have any other address on LinkedIn or any other website which you have on your name, or if you own a blog, then you can mention all those things in personal information. Next, we move on to your objective. So this is really very important that you need to have one line as your objective, as your goal, because this not even casts an impression, but it is very important. You have studied in your B.Ed. Each and every teacher who enters the class has an objective. Have you read about instructional objectives, students? Hello? All of you have heard about instructional objectives? Cognitive domain, affective domain. That in the same way, each and every individual has an objective of his life, or a teacher or a professional has got a specific objective for a specific position. मैं तो examples देंदी हूँ. Say for example, these are some career objectives, objective examples for freshers. Like if I am writing my resume, तो मैं उससे top पे अपना objective की लिखांगी. Say for example, the second one, to get an opportunity where I can make the best of my potential and contribute to the organization's growth. ये मेरा objective है. Okay, so you're going to write it in your resume and you are going to quote the same when you go for an interview or if you're appearing for an interview. Or your objective can be, you please can take a screenshot.
Jasdeep ma'am, sorry for interrupting.
No problem, ma'am.
हाँ, कुछ बच्चे कह रहे हैं कि आवाज कट आ रही है. तुसी थोड़ा जिहा अपना देखो adjustments करके.
Okay. Is it better now if I'll read out one more objective? Like your objective can be the first one, seeking a challenging position in a reputed organization where I can learn new skills expand my knowledge and leverage my learning. Yes, is it fine now or should I use my headphones? Beta, you can write it in the chat box. Is the volume okay or should I do something about it? Should I use my headphones?
Okay, ma'am. बच्चे कह रहे हैं कि घट है, तुसी देख लो.
Okay, okay, just give me a moment.
Okay.
Just a moment, ma'am. Beta, until then, you can all frame a career objective for yourself. You can choose it, which career object you can opt for, or you just write it in one line that what is your career objective? Is it to get an opportunity that where you can make the best of your potential, or is it seeking a position in a school where you you can launch your career and build a valuable skill set, or you are a person who is going to learn as a lifelong learner and upgrade your skills, or you can try the other objectives. This one, a highly motivated and hardworking individual looking for a responsible role in a reputed organization. Am I audible now? Is it better now?
Yes, ma'am, very much better. काफी improve हो गई आवाज.
Hello.
हाँ जी मैम.
हुन ठीक है जी? Better
हाँ,
है
yes.
हुन?
पहले ठीक सी, हुन फिर कट गई. दोबारा मैम, एक बार दोबारा बोलना.
Hello. Is it okay?
नहीं मैम, सगो स्लो होगी.
Slow होगी?
थोड़ा सा एक बार.
Hello.
हाँ जी.
ठीक है जी?
हाँ जी, ठीक है, समझ आ रही है. ठीक है.
Hello. हाँ जी. These are just examples of career objectives ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ frame ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ. बेटा ਹੁਣ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਆਵਾਜ਼? ਮੈਨੂੰ rightly ਦੱਸ ਦਿਓ so that I can do something about it. A highly motivated and hardworking individual living, looking for a responsible role in a reputable organization, or I'm seeking a role in an institution where I can contribute my ideas and be mentored towards a successful career. I'm audible. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so I hope it is clear, Hachi, ki kita hai hale tak. When we are talking about a resume, sab to pehle we need you need your personal information, जो कि मैनू दसन दी लोड़ नहीं है. You know your name, you know your address, you know your telephone number, email address, and any other address on any social networking site or on LinkedIn, or you are owning a blog. Then it's very important to have an objective on top of your resume. It has to be in one short sentence. I have given you the examples. If you wish, you can take a screenshot. These are some of the examples. You want to create value. You can have this objective. It's my objective to create value for my prospective employer through my dedicated and diligent efforts. So next is, if I talk about the next thing on a resume, see, We've talked about personal information, we've talked about objective, now we talk about education. So you all know your education, your high school name. You should include the name of the institution you have studied from, the city and state, the time or the year when you have graduated from there, the course highlights, your specialities, your area of specialization, your special abilities, and any other accolades or honors or certificates you have won during your education. So it has to be, told in detail. जो मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ आज I'll be हाले we are just discussing the components or elements of a resume. After this we are going to make our resume right now, तो ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ज़्यादा अच्छी तरह clear हो जाएगा, ठीक है? So now after education, work and related experience. Since सबसे ज़्यादा most frequently asked question है from students, that since you all are freshers, what are you going to write in your work experience? You can mention any volunteer work you have done voluntarily, अपने आप कभी किसी बच्चे ਨੂੰ पढ़ाया है, किसी NGO ਵਿੱਚ किसी ਨੂੰ पढ़ाया है. Even your school internship program can be mentioned here. You can, if you have taught voluntarily in any organization or any NGO, you can include the position you have held there. Were you a PRT teacher, primary teacher, or you were a TGT teacher, whatever. You have to include the position title. You have to mention the organization you have worked for, the place, the city, state, and the dates. So, and in brief, what were your duties? So when we are talking about job and related experience, you need to mention everything. अगर तुसी किधरे job कीती है तो ओदी detail देनी है. But if you are a fresher, you can talk about any volunteer work you have done or your school internship program. You can talk about that too. Then we move on to awards and honors. Anything which any award with which you have been conferred with, anything. It can be in the field of academics, it can be in co-curricular activities, be it music, athletics, or any other recognition. And you need to mention what is the name of the award, when were you awarded it, and who awarded you the same. Okay, whether it was a district level award, was it a school level award, but you have to keep in mind that you have to share the awards and honors after, say, your 10th class. Say in 10th, you were the topper of your school, that is worth mentioning. But you need not mention right from LKG or kindergarten till 10th, you won second prize in poem recitation. That need not to be mentioned. So you have to mention all the awards and honors which are recent and only after 10th class, which are worth mentioning. Okay? It can be like you have you've been a champion in swimming at district level. 13 plus में आपने swimming में championship जीती, so that is okay. If it is of a good level, you can mention, but I'm just telling you, don't mention things or awards which were from somewhere in kindergarten or in nursery. That needs not to be mentioned. Okay, so you have to tell what awards and honors you've won or you have been conferred with. Then you move on to hobbies. But that too, अगर आपने जो भी hobbies activities mention करनी है, those should be more relevant with respect to your job profile. ठीक है? So you need to mention the activities and hobbies you are pursuing. The dates. Say for example, you've been the captain of BCM school Dugri volleyball team from this year to this year. So this is how you sometimes mention your hobbies and activities. So this is just an example of how you have to mention different things. Then it is one of the most important component of a resume, your skills. What kind of skills you have, because it is very important in the present era for a person to be skilled. We have so many different people aspiring for different jobs, but the one who is skilled, gets the job, and the other one, falls back and doesn't stand out. So it is very important to be skilled in these days, and you need to mention that too in your resume. What kind of soft skills do you have? What are the different soft skills? It can be public speaking, it can be communication, it can be teamwork, it can be leadership, it can be diligence. There are so many different soft skills you have. It can be employability, it can be job maintenance. So all these it can be conflict resolution. So these all are soft skills. Then you need to mention what kind of soft skills you have. Are you fluent in some other foreign language except for English? Are you good at French? Are you responsible? Are you hardworking, loyal? You need to mention that. So then comes the hard skills, which are the tangible skills. Say, for example, are you good in some particular computer language? So that is a hard skill. So you need to mention, you need to know yourself first. पहले तो अपने आप को resume लिखने से पहले you need to know yourself. You should write your strengths on a piece of paper so that when it comes to writing skills, you can clearly mention your skills and what are the things you are good at. Okay. And then this is very important, references. You need to mention at least 3 people. So, okay, 2 people will also go, but okay, at least 3 people you need to mention. Those can be your teachers, your professors, you know, the HODs or the principal of the institutions जिथे तुसी पढ़े हो. Say for example, तुसी तो B.Ed कीती है, कोई ऐसे 2 teachers ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੋਣ and those who know you and they are going to speak good about you. Why are people whom you know should be written in the reference section? Because ਜੇ ਮੰਨ ਲਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਧਰੇ apply ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, they are going to ask about your credentials. They are going to check your credentials from somewhere. किसी लिखा है Gurusar Sadhar तो B.Ed कीती है. Then they're going to call someone in your college जिनका नाम तुसी लिखा है reference section which to confirm your credentials कि क्या ये बच्चा अच्छा था, क्या ये student sincere सी. ठीक है जी. So you need to mention at least 3 people in the references. It can be your teacher or professor from your other degree college. They can, but you need to be sure कि जे ਤੁਹਾਡਾ prospective employer ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ call ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, then they should at least recognize your name. ये नहीं कि अगर मान लो ਤੁਹਾਡਾ नाम गुरदीप है, or let me see who are the participants here. We have Gagandeep Kaur or Ramandeep Kaur. If you know Gagandeep Kaur mentions someone's name in the reference section, say for example, Raman Sidhu ma'am da hi naam likh dendi hai reference sections, so at least she should tell Raman ma'am कि भाई मैं ਤੁਹਾਡਾ नाम मैडम reference section में देता है that you might receive a call from somewhere, from some school, because I've posted my resume in 3-4 schools. So she should know that her name has been mentioned in the reference, in the section where references are written. ठीक है? So that when those people call you, call you know Raman ma'am or the reference person जिसका भी नाम तुसी reference section लिखा है, then they know. कई बारी क्योंकि तुसी reference section में जिसका नाम लिखते हो, ਉਹਦੇ mind ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੁਝ skip out ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਵਾਲਾ student you know names just skips out or you get confused. So reference section ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਆਏਗਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ teachers, professors, principals ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ institutions which you have studied and you share a good rapport with, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੈ, someone who knows you well. It is written also. ठीक है? So these are the main components of a resume. What are the components? Again, we're going to summarize it. Personal information, objective, education, work experience, awards and honors, activities or hobbies, skills, and then the reference section. Okay? And now we're going to see what are the things you need to keep in your mind when you frame your resume. Some of the things you need to remember before we directly move on to making your resume. इस तो पहले से थोड़ा resume बनाइए इतने computer पे होने. Let us see कि किहड़ियां चीज़ां ध्यान रखनी है. Limit your resume to 1 or 2 pages. ये गल हो चुकी है. थोड़ा resume 1 या 2 pages तो लंबा नहीं होना चाहिए. Don't include your birth date, your health status or your marital status. It is not required. Limit the use of personal pronouns that I did it, I won that. No. Begin the sentences with action words. Obviously, if you अपना resume post किया है, ऊपर ਤੁਹਾਡਾ name mentioned है, it is but natural that everything which has been written under awards and honors or anywhere is about you. So you can always begin your sentence with one first prize in district level chess championship and so on. Okay, so you need not begin the sentence with I won. You need to begin your sentences with a verb. And please be honest while you write your resume. Don't write false things. Because whenever you lie, you get caught. It is for sure. So there is no need to lie or, you know, write dishonest things. Be honest. Don't list your current salary, religion, or political beliefs, or anything, any highly ethical statement about politics or religion should not be mentioned in your resume. Until unless it is asked, don't even mention your salary. Okay, so these are the things you need to keep in mind. What are the other things? So in case of any significant employment gaps, if you are a person, अगर है कोई fresher बना रहा है, फिर तो उसका कोई job experience है ही नहीं. But if you have a job experience and there is a gap between your first job and your second job, you should mention, or you should be prepared with the reason that why did you change your job, or why did you have that gap in your two jobs. Okay, so अगर एक job और दूसरी job में say for example 6 months, 1 year, 2 years का gap है, so you should know, or you should write what was the reason that there is a gap between the job hopping. Okay, then you can also deck up your resume. अपना resume और अच्छा किस तरह बना सकते हो? You can even put some illustrations. Say for example, अगर तुसी कोई किधरे ਤੁਹਾਡੀ बहुत अच्छी achievement रही है school level, college level या previous job ਵਿੱਚ जिथे ਤੁਹਾਡਾ you have been given the title of the best employee of the month. You have a photograph या ਤੁਹਾਡੀ photograph news पे company या school ਦੀ newsletter चाहिए. You can always post that in your resume. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ pic या जो भी ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ award ਮਿਲਿਆ या कोई illustration, कोई pic है, कोई graph है to show the school has grown, और ਉਹਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ mentioned है कि ਤੁਸੀਂ बहुत ज्यादा contribute ਕੀਤਾ. You can always post, or you can always paste that illustration in your resume. That will make you stand out. ठीक है? And one more important thing, don't be very overconfident. हमेशा अपना resume ਨੂੰ proofread करो. ਉਹਨੂੰ check करो for grammatical errors, for spelling mistakes. It should not be error sum. It should be error free. ठीक है? अगर ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਨਹੀਂ proofread ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ you skip out your mistakes, let someone else proofread it for you. Okay, so at least check जरूर करना है ताकि कोई grammatical errors या spelling errors not, because it casts a very poor impression on the employer, because it is sort of your first interaction through pen and paper with your employer. So you need to be very cautious about it that ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਕੋਈ ਗਲਤੀ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ. And please use very simple language. Don't use complex or ambiguous words. ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ words use ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੇ ਜਿਹਦਾ meaning ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਨਾ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ impress ਕਰਨ ਲਈ. Use very simple language. And please remember, for official documents, our font size is always 12. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ type ਕਰੋਗੇ, obviously you're not going to make it handwritten, so the font size should not be more than 12. अगर करना ही है for headings, you can have font size not more than 14. But otherwise, for the text, you need to keep the font size as 12, and the font type should be Times New Roman. And if you're going to hand over the resume to your employer, then you should use fine quality paper. So common mistakes in your resume, typing mistake नहीं होनी चाहिए, ठीक है? Vague details देने की जरूरत नहीं. You got married in which year? Whom did you get married to? There is no need of such things. It should be very long. It should not be very short. As I've told you, no grammatical errors should be there. And adding impertinent or irrelevant information is not appreciated. So what if we don't have a work experience? Let's say I've covered it. That if you don't have any work experience, then you can add on anything, any work which you have done voluntarily, but झूठ नहीं बोलना. Whatever you have done for real should be mentioned in your resume. Don't tell lies. Any responsibilities you've held during any internship or training program, you can mention in the work experience. Okay? And obviously, if you are in a school and you still want to work, then it can be any academic organization you are being a part of. So these are certain things which we are looking for when we are talking about resume. Now I'm going to make a resume for you. So I just want you to please. Okay, I'm going to end this presentation. I'll get back to it. मैं दोबारा आवांगी because I have to tell you how to write a cover letter as well. But now I'm going to move on and tell you, let us make a resume just now, because this is an era of computers. So you should know how to write a resume. And होने ही पता चल जाएगा कि एकदम कंप्यूटर पे ऑटोमेटिकली अपनी इंफॉर्मेशन पाके कितना रिज्यूमे बनाया जा सकता है. You can see my screen. You can see that I have written something on Google. Hello, am I audible, beta? Can someone tell me? Can you see my screen changing? Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Hanji, ma'am, it is visible. I am going to make a resume just now by
Anji, Anji.
opening by opening a link. So I just wanted to, is it visible to everybody? Okay. So this is site zeti.com. So you can make a resume by just filling in your details. I had begun making my, so jitni details मैं अपनियां fill कीतियां सी. So again, I'm going to, just a moment. I'll just go back. Dobara. Okay. See, I have just written how to write resume. Then I have clicked here how to write a resume for a job, zeti.com. After that, I went over to this thing, create your resume now. So I'm going to click create your resume now. Again, create your resume. So there are different templates here. You can see them. See, there are a number of templates you can choose from to make your resume. So let us see. Hum kaun sa resume. Let's. What I chose was this one. I think recommended concept wise. Ye wala. Yeah, ye wala. Most popular. Let us click on this. I just clicked on this. Choose this. I'll click on choose template. Create a new resume. Create a new resume. See, I had filled it. मैं करके देखा सी. You can even upload your photo, but you know, in some places or in some organizations, it is not appreciated if you upload your photo on your resume. But it is somewhere in some countries it is appreciated, but in some areas it is not. So let us not go into uploading a photo, but if you wish to, you can upload your photo from here. You can choose the place from where you're going to upload your photo, and it is easy. You just fill in your details like I have filled in my details, just Deep Kaur, profession, I'll just fill it. Assistant professor. City, Ludhiana, country, India, pin code is this, phone number is this, email ID is this. Okay, so next I move on to work history. I'm seeking for a job. Yes, I'm seeking for a job. Next, see यहाँ पर आ गया preview. Can you see this? धीरे धीरे हम इसको भरते जाएंगे. But I just see. Can you see this? Just Deep Kaur, assistant professor. My address has automatically come on this template. और इधर ये ऐसी बातों print भी ले सकते हैं. So I move on next to job title. What is the job title? Tell us about your most recent job. If I tell them about my most recent job, I am working as an assistant professor and the employer is BCM College of Education. And this is city is Ludhiana, country is India. Select the date. So I've been working here for such a long time. It is 20. So you're going to, okay. So March 2013, I began this job and this is I'm currently working here. So next. Can you see that this information is being updated? Now they are also going to, it is all, by default on this website, it has been mentioned that if you want to mention that as an assistant professor, what all things are you working on? So it's a ready-made statements. Whatever suits me, I can, if I want that ये मैं सारी चीजें include करूँ, so I can just add recommendations. See, manage time efficiently in order to complete all tasks, applied effective time management techniques, identified issues, analyzed information, and provided solutions to problems. So add recommendations. और अगर तुसी अपना कुछ लिखना चाहते हो ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ या कुछ डिलीट करना चाहते हो, say for example I just don't want this point, मैंने डिलीट भी कर सकती हूँ. Okay, and then add. तो मतलब ये जो अगर मेरी पोजीशन खुलेगी तो इसमें वो सारी लाइनें भी आएंगी जो मैंने पोस्ट की हैं. और भी कुछ आप ऐड करना चाहते हो, then you can add it from here. Acted as a team leader in group projects, delegating tasks and providing feedback. ये देखो यहाँ आ गया. Then next, now add another position. Any other position I want to add. I was working as so and so, and next. ठीक है? Then we move on to education. Say I don't want to add anything, so I can move on to education. But अगर मैं कोई और position में और भी कितने काम किया, say for I worked in some other college as assistant professor in XYZ college. City is Ludhiana, India, and date is, say for example, 2011 March to 2013 March. Then next. So whatever you want to add, you can add in your resume. Add recommendations. I want to add this. Okay. I want to add something else. It is there. And so on. It's about education. So you can check your preview. See, work history chahe aa gaya. You have to always begin from current to back. ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੋ, ਇਹ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੌਬ ਕੀਤੀ ਉਹ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ, and then before you know that current job, where were you working or what were you doing. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ. ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ. Let us see education. Say for example, school's name. Include every school even if you are still there or you didn't graduate. तो ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ education ਬਾਰੇ ਲਿਖਣਾ. Say for example, I've studied from Sacred Heart Convent School, Sarabhanagar, Ludhiana. High school I've done from there. Field of study. Okay, field of study तो उसमें कुछ है नहीं. So what was my graduation date? Start date. When did it end? तो यहाँ पे आप सब कुछ जानेंगे. I have done my schooling from somewhere. Say I have done my schooling from Sacred Heart Convent School. So I entered the school say in April. Mm. 85, and I was out of the school after 10th in March. Let me see, 1997. Before this started. Oh, sorry. Anji, is there any disturbance? Okay. So like this. So then you can add another degree. Where did I do my +2 from? Then my graduation, then my post graduation. So you can move on to the next thing, the next skills. So what are the skills you possess? What skills would you like to highlight? Communication skills. Teamwork. Dedication. Empathy. Problem solving. So you can mention whatever skills you have in this, and then next summary. So these are the things. Let us see the print preview. And this is, you can write something here also. I think summary may, you needed to write what is the, finally, let's work on the summary here. What do you need to know? Your summary shows employer you write for this job. So whatever is mentioned here, as I told you, the objective, the career objective. So तुसी ऐसे लिख सकते हो. Briefly tell us about your background. A highly dedicated individual who believes that learning is a lifelong process and so on. जो भी तुसी लिखना चाहते हो, ठीक है? And believes that she is a game changer and so let us see like this कि मैं अपने बारे में लिखना चाहती हूँ. Okay, so do you have anything else to add? These sections are optional. Accomplishments, additional information, languages, certifications. Say for example, I want to mention something in accomplishments. Okay, one first prize in district level debate competition. Say for example, I want to add this. In the year 2004. Tell us about your accomplishments. So you can write anything, whatever you want to write. And next, tell us about the first prize you won. It was a wonderful experience. And ये वो जो भी तुझे लिखना है and finalize. So now this is the resume we have created. See, I have created this resume just in front of you, and I have not taken more than 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 15 minutes लगा ले होंगे. So whatever you want to write as a career objective is right here on the top. A highly dedicated individual who believes that learning is a lifelong process and believes that she's a game changer. ठीक है, फिर मेरी qualifications को I clicked it the wrong place. Okay. So these are this is my work history. Here on the left hand side, I have my contact number, I have the address, and then I have my skills right here. Uske baad I have mentioned where I have done my schooling from, my accomplishments, I have won the first prize. So this is a crisp resume. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ 10 ਮਿੰਟ ਚ ਖਤਮ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਮਤਲਬ you have prepared it, and you can always you can just download it, save it, and then you can take a printout. I hope it is clear how to make a, see at the download the option है. if I download and save it, download my resume, मैं easily ये print ले सकती हूँ. ठीक है जी? So this is how you make a resume. I hope it is clear to you. So now I move on to one more important thing, that is a cover letter. There are only 2 documents. I'll just exit it. Okay, so we were here. We are done with resume and I've just opened this zeti.com to tell you how to make a resume. Is it clear, students? Okay, now we move on to what is a cover letter. Cover letter and resume are the 2 documents which are going to reach a particular employer before they even call you for an interview. So it is very important to write a very good, it's a written document commonly submitted with a job application. ये आपके resume के साथ आपकी cover letter भी जाती है, ठीक है? And before an employer just quickly glances through your resume, वो फटाफट cover letter भी पढ़ लेंदे ने, just to have a glimpse के what are the special skills you possess. So when you are going to write a cover letter, you need to personalize your cover letter for each role. Never use the same cover letter for each position. Include your contact information. Don't forget to add your contact information here. Be specific about your accomplishment and your skills. ताकि अगर ਤੁਹਾਡਾ कोई resume नहीं भी पढ़दा, नहीं भी देखदा, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ cover letter देख के उन्हें पता चल जाए that you are the most suitable candidate for the job. And please do go through it. देखो जरूर before you send it to the employer, both resume and cover letter, so that there are no errors in it. What are the things you're going to include? How to write the resume? सबसे पहले header में क्या होना चाहिए? Name, city, phone number, your ID. मैं तो उन्होंने samples ही दिखाने लगी हैं, but just before I showing you the samples of the cover letters, I just want to tell you what are the components. सबसे पहले header, ऊपर जब हम address करते हैं किसी letter पे, नाम, address, phone number, email address, जिसको आप भेज रहे हो, उसका नाम, उसका title, company का नाम and company का address. Always begin the cover letter by greeting the person. जब अगर नाम लिख दो तो वो बहुत ही अच्छी गल है, आजकल बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है आजकल की. If someone remembers your name and calls you out, then you will really feel very nice. ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਕਹੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਯਾਦ, ਕੀ ਸੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਮ, ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਤਨਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗੇਗਾ. ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਨਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਬੁਲਾਵੇ, you will feel much better. ठीक है, you will feel nice. So always greet a person by calling out his name, and even address a person through his name. That is even much better. So when you write an opening paragraph, you should mention कि किस job title वास्ते तुसी apply कर रहे हो and how did you come to know about it. ठीक है, in the second paragraph you just briefly give them an overview of your background, just telling them about your key achievements, your skills and specialities. You have to make an impact. And then the closing paragraph, in which you're just going to impress them even more. अगर तुसी third paragraph या closing paragraph नहीं भी लिखना चाहते तो कोई गल नहीं है, but जे तुहाडे कोल कोई episode है छोटा जा share करन लई, so as to make an impression that you are really the best person for this job, so you can mention that small anecdote or a story or an episode in that closing paragraph. And at the end you have to close the letter by an assurance, या एक conclude करन तो पहले उसकी लिख दो, thanks and looking forward to hearing from you soon. And at the end you put up your signatures. So let us see some sample letters which I think would help you, because cover letter is important. So I have sample letters for you. I hope you can see. This ma'am, is it visible? Is it visible? The sample letter is visible?
Yes, ma'am. Visible है, visible है.
हाँ जी. So when you write a cover letter, तो देखो ये वाला एक cover letter में एक दो sample letters आपके लिए लेके आई हूँ. Say for example, you address the principal, you can always write his name. That greetings of the day, I found a job posting through which I learned that the position of an English teacher has opened up at your esteemed institution. Write the name of the institution. Based on the job description, I believe that my skill set and experience could be an asset to your institution and to your students. I have completed, and just तुसी पहले paragraph विच दस दिता उन्हां नू that
How did you come to know about this job opening? ठीक है. I have completed my master's degree. So I'm sorry कि ऊपर यहाँ पे हमने वो जो header बताया था वो गायब हो गया. Just a moment. Give me 1 minute. I just don't want to send some wrong information. So sample cover letter. See, yes, here it is. See, format of the application letter for teaching job for freshers. सबसे पहले you have to mention what is your name, where do you stay. Then comes the date, then to the person you're going to address. The principal, Delhi Public School, RK Puram, New Delhi. Job application for an English teacher. Respected sir, I came across the advertisement posted by you in Times of India on this and this date for the vacant position of English teacher for 3rd standard. I'm writing this letter in context of this advertisement. So पहले आपका नाम आ गया, आपका एड्रेस आ गया, फिर डेट आ गई, फिर the person you're going to address this letter to, principal of DPS, then the subject, then salutation, respected sir, then comes in the first paragraph. पहले paragraph ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ job किस job वास्ते ਤੁਸੀਂ apply कर रहे हैं and how did you come to know about it. Then comes the second paragraph that I have completed masters in English literature with a gold medal. See, they have mentioned gold medal, अपनी accomplishment, अपनी achievement बता दी इन्होंने second paragraph में. And I have also done B.Ed because teaching has always been my passion. I have always wanted to teach children to help them move ahead in their lives. I strongly believe that my qualifications meet the criteria mentioned for the position. Though I am a fresher, see, ये सारा ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੀ है because you, almost all of you are freshers. Though I am a fresher, but my ability to quickly connect with children is my greatest strength. So since you don't have any job, work history or work experience, so आप अपना special skill को highlight कर रहे हो that you have got the special ability to quickly connect with children and that is your greatest asset. Moreover, during my internship, internship in B.Ed, I have developed good oratory skills along with classroom management skills to deal with children. Students, please quickly click a screenshot of this cover letter. This will help you out. Okay. So I have developed good oratory skills along with classroom management techniques to deal with children and educate them in a friendly environment. And then they have in the third paragraph, she didn't share any particular episode, but she has very nicely mentioned, I will add my updated resume with this letter. I will really appreciate if I could get one chance to meet you in person to discuss the possibilities. Thanking you, looking forward to your response. Sincerely, Aditi. So I hope you've got an idea how to design a cover letter. So along with your resume, you need to attach a cover letter, and that cover letter should be prepared separately for each job opportunity or for any particular job application you are applying against any vacancy in any particular school. हमेशा ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ resume ਨਾਲ cover letter attach करो तो हर job post के लिए अलग cover letter बनाई जाती है, क्योंकि ये जो first paragraph है that where did you come to know about a particular job and for which post are you applying, ये हर एक job के लिए different होगी, हर vacancy के लिए different होगी. So I hope I have made myself clear that how should we write a resume and how are we going to write a cover letter. So the cover letter format, all of you are able to connect with me. You need to mention the header with date and contact information, a greeting, opening paragraph, some middle paragraphs. It can be, there can be a variation. Do you need a cover letter of 2-3 paragraphs or only 2 paragraphs? Then you have to end your letter by assuring that you need to meet them in person to discuss the possibilities, and then the final signature or salutation, and that is how you end your cover letter. We've seen some sample cover letters and that is all. So I hope how to frame a CV or how to frame a resume and how to frame a cover letter is clear to you. Any queries, any questions are most welcome. हाँ जी, जसवीर मैम, anything students need to ask or anything which they don't understand?
हाँ जी बेटे, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਬੇਟੇ ਮੈਮ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਗਾਰਡਿੰਗ ਰਿਜ਼ਿਊਮੇ ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਕਵਰ ਲੈਟਰ? ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਤੇ ਅਪਲਾਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਰਿਜ਼ਿਊਮੇ ਲਿਖਣ ਦੇ ਕਾਬਿਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਓਗੇ। ਸੋ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਬੱਚਾ, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ।
I'll again quickly tell you these are the elements. You can see it for yourself. Resume the elements है ने, ऐसी resume बना के भी देख लिया है. Again, I am going to just tell you this site जिथे तुसी resume DTY see. And we have also seen some sample cover letters. This is the website you can go and make your resume. Download the resume after you've created your resume and then get a printout of it. Print out लेके and you can just post your resume. अगर आपने soft copy भेजनी है, you can share it. Share the soft copy with your prospective employer. I hope everything is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
हाँ जी बेटे, कोई और बच्चा? एक मैम चैट बॉक्स ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਚਾ कुछ पूछ रहा है।
मैम
Kindly-
resume create करना है, की search करना है. Okay. Okay, I'll just let you know. See, if you want to create your resume, I just told you, you need to type how to make a resume. Is my screen visible? See.
Yes
at
ma'am.
this- हाँ जी, ये देखो. We have just written how to make a resume, how to write a resume for a job. तभी मैंने बोला था ये वाला website I just opened, it was very nice. That is why I thought of sharing with you. You just need to write how to write resume. Is it clear? Beta, just write how to write a resume and then you can open this link, how to write a resume for a job. See, ZDTY. इसको click करो. Then start creating your resume. Then I had clicked over here. Create your resume. Create your resume now. There are so many different templates from where you can choose any template from here. कोई भी design है तो choose कर लो. Do you want to go for this or you want to go for this? हमने इस पे बनाया था second वाले से. ये second वाला नहीं, हमने first वाला बनाया था. We created a resume with using this one. Choose करके then choose template को click कर देना है. Choose template. ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਹੀ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਸੀ, इसलिए साडा प्रीव्यू दिख रहा है. See. उसके बाद आपको ऑप्शंस आई जाएंगे, आप फिल इन किया करते रहना. कोई और टेम्पलेट चूज करना है क्योंकि ਅਸੀਂ वो बना चुके हैं. से इफ आई चूज दिस वन, सी मैंने जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन फिल की थी वो इस टेम्पलेट में आ गई. कैन यू सी इट? इज इट क्लियर नाउ बेटे कि ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਈਟ ਤੇ ਗਏ ਸੀ? हाँ जी. Anybody
Yes,
else?
ma'am.
Okay, anybody else who's asking something? There's I think one more question. Okay. Anything else beta? Anything else you want to ask? You're most welcome.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੇਟੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਅਨਮਿਊਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ. ਮੇਕ ਇਟ ਮੋਰ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਟਿਵ.
Okay. So I hope you got it now that how did we make our resume? Zeti.com. You can just note it down. See, I just went here. You have to just type how to create your resume on Google. और यहाँ पे ये वाले लिंक पे क्लिक कर देना है, यहाँ पे ZT लिखा है, ZDTY. And the moment you click there, you will find so many different options, so many different templates, designs, and you can choose any and start making your resume. All the best, beta.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Jasveer ma'am,
Thanks.
anything else? Anything else?
हाँ जी बेटे. Any question, any query, any doubt regarding resume writing and cover letter? ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵੈਲਿਊਏਬਲ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੈ ਬੇਟੇ, ਸਮਟਾਈਮਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਅੱਛਾ ਸੋਰਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਭ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ, ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਈਜ਼ੀਲੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਾਲਜ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਐਫਰਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ।
हाँ,
So
students, you're
better-
really blessed. You are blessed that your
हाँ।
institution making so, taking so many pains. नहीं तो आप 4th semester में हो गए, आपकी B.Ed हो गई. Why should they take pains for you? But see, these are premium institutions like GHG Khalsa College, Gurusar Sadhar. There are, reputed institutions who take care of their students even if when they have completed their degrees. Okay? So you all know they're making a lot of effort for you. Just make the most out of it. We've just seen sample cover letters also. ये देखो, दोबारा से इसको देख लो, cover letter कैसे लिखते हैं. पहले अपना address, then date, then the person whom you are going to address your cover letter to, then the subject. Then you, in the first paragraph, you have to clearly mention कि ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲਿਆ ਇਸ job vacancy ਬਾਰੇ. I came across the advertisement posted by you in Times of India. Then date ਵੀ ਲਿਖਣੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਖਬਾਰ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਤਰੀਕ ਦੀ ਵਿੱਚ advertisement ਆਈ ਸੀ, and again which vacancy you are going to apply for. And in the second paragraph, you're going to clearly mention your accomplishments, your medals, your special skills, so as to make an impact on the employer that you are the best candidate. And last closing paragraph, you can just write that I have attached my resume, and I'll really appreciate if I could get one chance to meet you in person. Thanking you, looking forward to your response, sincerely, so and so. I hope both the things, cover letter and resume, I have just repeated it 1, 2 or 3 times so that there are no doubts. So is it fine?
Yes, ma'am. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੱਦ ਤੱਕ ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡਿਲੀਵਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਐਕਸਪਰਟੀਜ਼ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਲਿਆ ਹੈ, ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਹੋਪ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੱਕ ਵਧੀਆ ਰਿਜ਼ਿਊਮੇ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦਾ। ਜੇਕਰ ਆਫਲਾਈਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਬੈਟਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ ਬਣਾ ਵੀ ਲੈਂਦੇ, ਬਟ ਇਨ ਕੇਸ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਮੋਡ 'ਚ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵੀ ਲਥਾਰਜੀ ਜੀ ਸ਼ੋ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਔਰ ਇੰਨਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਉਹ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਪੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਨਾ ਵੈਸੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਹਾਂ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੇ ਐਫਰਟਸ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਇਹ ਇੰਡੀਕੇਟ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਫੁੱਲੀ ਡੈਡੀਕੇਟਿਡ ਟੂ ਯੋਰ ਟਾਸਕ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ 100% ਵਿੱਚ ਪੁੱਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ। ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫੇਰ ਥੈਂਕਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਾਲਜ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ। ਥੈਂਕਸ ਫॉर ਸ਼ੇਅਰਿੰਗ ਯੋਰ ਵੈਲਿਊਏਬਲ ਟਾਈਮ, ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਹੋਪ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਇਸ ਲੈਕਚਰ ਤੋਂ, ਇਸ ਟਾਕ ਤੋਂ ਕੁਛ ਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਲਰਨ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਥੈਂਕਸ ਵਨਸ ਅਗੇਨ।
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay ji, okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.